for being here. Credit to our opponent. They played their tails off. I'll play this up front, I think. It's a little second the way we play up front. And got to get that fixed. It's always been a strength of Ohio State football. It has been for quite a while. And they were coming on. So without making too big a deal out of it, we got to evaluate that, play better as we hit the stretch run here. JT Barrett had a sprained knee and came in and continued to do what he did. And even on the drop back pass, it was either coverage sack or pressure. And he pulled through a couple plays and made some great plays for us. So much improved on defense against a very quality quarterback. And Joe Bosa kind of at the end. And the thing about Joey Bosa, when you get a sack like that, there's also interior pressure to not allow him to step up. So we'll take it. A great win against a quality opponent in one of the toughest environments that you'll have. And we'll certainly get on a plane tonight and regroup, but enjoy the win and regroup as we continue on.
Steve. Coach, you guys over the last month have had some easier games, obviously winning by an average of over 40 points a game. Are you impressed with just the resolve your kids showed? I mean, this was all Penn State in the second half, and you guys found a way to pull it out in the end.
Yeah, I was very impressed. This team puts in a lot of work, and when they, I knew they were going to pick that side. They go down in there. We play defense first. They go score, and then we had to come back. And that was one of the toughest. See the freshman quarterback do that, and it was. I actually pulled my ear off a couple times to hear it. I can't get it out. And let it up and get it done like that.
Front row there, Todd. Urban, when did JT sprain his knee, and did that change?
Right at the late end of the first half.
Did it change the way you guys would call plays?
Yeah, we tried to manage the game, and I didn't like the way we went about business in the second half. And we're not moving people, and then they start teeing off on you. That's kind of felt like it was happening. We have good skill, we couldn't get to the ball, so we got to reevaluate a bunch of stuff we're doing.
Do you feel lucky to get out of here with a win since? I mean, given your.
I don't use that term luck. It's like I never call someone and say good luck. Because why do you work? Say good luck. We go home early tonight. The rabbits 3 o'clock, and how things work out. We don't do that. It's not luck. It's a tough game. Penn State's very rugged defensive unit. Boy, they play hard. And if we would have not turned the ball, if we would not turn the ball over and prepare for this thing, see what would happen. But that's part of the game. We didn't play very well.
Far left here, Clay.
How gratifying is it to see JT kind of come full circle? Some are going to fault him for those mistakes. The pick six that kind of gave the momentum, and yet in the overtime, when it looked like you were dead to rights, he's the one that gets it done.
Well, that's. I would have to imagine. I remember when I went to his home visit and to see the quality of people, his best friend, family that's so close to him. Excuse me, and his family. You see the way that kid's raised. He's a tough guy, man. That just does things right, and usually people that do things right get rewarded.
Far right to the white.
Coach, JT really is his confidence is getting better and better each game, and how pleased are you with that? And first of all, in this environment, as you mentioned, one of the toughest ones you can play in, and down in overtime, he comes back and ties the game, and ultimately wins the game for you.
Well, the confidence got a little rattled there in the second quarter. And then obviously the third quarter, over the drive, I think it was a pick six. In that kind of environment, that allowed him to say he was walking around like a extremely confident quarterback in the third quarter. That wasn't the case. But once again, just the way this kid's raised, and I just have so much admiration for people like that. That just, I can imagine the way he was raised, just you could see the way he was performing. I remember seeing him and Tom Herman talking about him when we went down to see him in Wichita Falls, Texas. But he wasn't overly confident in the third quarter, but I'll tell you, at the end of the game, we'll make a play. He did it for us.
Far left.
Seemed to fake. Anyway, the other thing, to see Bosa come off big play, I mean, just talk about that play a minute. I mean, he seemed like a will play. Right?
The end of the game?
Yes.
Yeah, I just, once again, I'm at field level, so I just saw him beat a guy around the edge. And the quarterback couldn't step up in the pocket. And that's when you have good interior pressure and then let your defensive end go play. So, not that discarding anybody else, but you kind of expect the way how good player Joey Bosa is, you kind of expect him to make a play to win the game. That's how talented he is.
And last question, Doug.
Urban, you talked about wanting to manage the game, and even with JT's injury. Was the play calling too conservative in the second half to try to put it away?
There were some throws in there, and we were trying to take some shots. We just couldn't get it done. And I know you got to watch the film. I have more answers for you, I think, on Monday or Tuesday whenever I talk to you guys. But I didn't like the operation of the offense in the second half. We just got to get that fixed.
And you guys had some communication issues, it seemed, early with the crowd. Just overall handling this scene. You're going to have another scene like this in Michigan State in 2 weeks. How did you think you guys handled the crowd?
We better worry about getting better in certain areas next week.
But just going on the road in a big environment, did you handle it okay? Or
I'd give us really good. I mean, we had a couple of mistakes, but that was real. And overtime, I just go back to the overtime. I scared at a young team out there on offense that was 7 points down facing that student body, and they found a way to